Merci, chers collègues.
Dear friends, thank you very much for the opportunity you are giving to me in order to speak about online sales, internet sales of medicines. But before sharing with you my concerns and my thoughts, I would like first of all to thank warmly the Pan-Hellenic Pharmaceutical Association for the warm hospitality, hospitality which is warm. And this is very pleasant, of course. As regards now online sales of medicines, there are many cliches, many commonplaces. Of course, there are plenty of users of the internet, but what's behind that? It's not quite clear. What's the impact on our profession? This is unclear as well. And this actually governs my reflections. A very brief definition for us to know, to speak the same language, is what is internet sales, e-commerce. E-commerce is the commerce that takes place, is a transaction that takes place on the internet. And why has it been so greatly cultivated and promoted? Why would we actually promote and develop e-commerce when commerce and physical trade is available in all Western world? Well, you know, trade is based on economic growth, and commerce, trade, is the primary backbone of economy and economic development. The very core of this system, of course, lies in the United States market and how that market was born. The US economy is a result of the wish to set the Americans free from the British domain. Well, this is the result, what we are experiencing today, and of course many conferences could be devoted to discussions of this kind. Now, when it comes to America, the US, as Jocelyn has said, everything has to do with the new God, and the new God is called dollar. Now this is what has been imposed on us as well. Furthermore, the economic situation is leading to a political situation. This economic status quo is bringing about a political situation, a political status quo. Al Gore in his book talks about that and makes reference to the environment, etc. We are far from what we saw in the market of ancient Greece. Of course, the modern society has taken many steps forward, but these of course situation, then the recent developments have go hand in hand with an increasing consumerism. But the situation has not actually brought about a real quality consumption, and the internet brings together all people around the globe 24 hours per day. All users have the possibility through their debit or credit cards to have access to a virtual world. And what are the products that can be purchased or services that can be purchased online? There's a plethora of services, and there's a plethora of services and products that can be found online. Of course, as is reasonable, medicine is part of the product chain that is available online. We seem not to need specialized pharmacists and physical pharmacies. All users, no matter where they are, may have access to a virtual stock that e-pharmacies have. So we have two different models. We have e-commerce on the one side and physical trade on the other hand. Of course, e-commerce is interesting from a commercial point of view because it provides tremendous opportunities. Now, when it comes to Europe, we should set specific rules. And Doug Morris in Germany started that. So we may set a rule that may govern the OTCs and the POMs. Of course, we should also promote the familiarization of patients and raise their awareness as regards the risks when purchasing online. Right now, e-pharmacies all over Europe promote the idea of low cost, but this may be deleterious for pharmacies and for the healthcare and public safety and public health. In America, Americans themselves pay for their pharmaceutical expenses. In contrast, in Europe, pharmaceutical expenditure is up to each and every government, EU government. So as regards the recommendations of the World Trade Organization as regards medicines, online sold medicines, 50% out of them are falsified today. So 50%, half the medicines purchased online are falsified, are counterfeit medicines. Well, when I hear about efforts to regulate, well, I really think that it's so difficult. This makes me actually laugh, because we have made extreme efforts to regulate the pharmacies that lawfully may dispense pharmacies. But the logo that has been imposed by Europe, well, this is not a real effort to regulate, okay? The logo that is imposed on e-pharmacies can be copied even by a minor, even by a child. Mrs. Isabella Dno will speak about the efforts to curb this situation. Our endeavors focus on the creation of safer conditions when it comes to e-commerce of medicines in France. Are you familiar with FNAC? FNAC is a worldwide, an important distributor of discs, CDs, books, etc. Well, FNAC have entered the market. And why? How have they managed to do so, and why did they do so? Because this is a highly profitable sector. So, today there are pharmacists that have their physical pharmacy and at the same time have the necessary expertise to operate an electronic pharmacy. This would be ideal. We have experienced in France the effort by many pharmacists to promote their pharmacy online. Some of them have managed to keep their e-pharmacy online for some weeks or months, but most of them have not survived because, of course, as I said, it's very difficult to be devoted to the brick-and-mortar pharmacy and at the same time operate an e-pharmacy duly. So pure players is the terms that we use in English. We need pure players, that is pharmacists involved totally 100% in the e-commerce of medicines. That is a reflection that also relates to the difficult times that we are going through in our sector. On the one hand, because the budget cut, and on the other hand, because of the shrinkage that we are doomed to endure, and of course the ruthless competition we are victims of. So are we going to survive in this landscape? Well, hopefully yes, but I think that our reflection needs to be more in-depth, more thorough. Economists have different views as regards this issue. Cohen and Schoen, that was the Nobel laureate, have a difficult view as regards growth and development in the world, whether there is a falsified or a real growth for the world, for today's world. And we should also address the myths, the legends as to the real powers that will emerge from e-commerce. For Brussels, this is a part of new economy that will help us reach a new El Dorado. In America in 2012, a book was published in this regard, and according to that book, or rather a conclusion of the book, was that such an ideology actually undermines real sectors of the economy while not leading to a real economic growth. This is a mechanism that just destroys, according to the book, always. This is a model that undermines employment, etc. In France, some people want to organize a forum to discuss this ideology, this year. Some surveys indicate that e-commerce is much more deleterious than real commerce, and also it much more polluting than real trade, than the brick-and-mortar trade, that is. So we should find some solutions and some answers to the impasse and to the difficulties experienced by our patients. E-health is another important sector that is about to follow. And it is an equally fundamental sector, because if e-commerce is so chaotic, then of course e-health may be for us a great opportunity to manage to give better pieces of advice to our patients through the internet. Thank you.